3D seemed to be all the rage at PAX East this year. Almost everywhere you looked on the show floor, there was some game playing on a 3D TV or monitor. But by far, the longest lines for 3D gaming were at the Nintendo booth. So, what are my thoughts on the 3DS now that I've finally gotten my hands on it? Well, the first thing that jumped out at me, lol, wordplay, is that it actually worked. 3D without glasses, which I was especially appreciative of after trying to wear several pairs of 3D glasses over my prescription lenses by this point. However, there are caveats. At first, the effect is a little disorienting. Not in a terrible way, but it is. Not to mention there isn't much leniency when it comes to sitting in the 3DS's sweet spot. Not directly looking at it head-on will cause blurring. It's just kind of headache-inducing if you move in and out of that spot. Not really a big deal normally, but I can't see using the 3DS that much in a moving car, at least with the 3D on. But even beyond that, the human eye is just not used to looking at a 2D screen and seeing 3D images. I have a feeling this is just something you'll need to get used to with more play, but this is also where Nintendo's most brilliant move concerning the 3DS becomes evident: the 3D slider. The higher up it's turned, the more depth to the image, the more 3D, you could say. And you can even turn it all the way down to 2D if you prefer. This comes in handy because there are certain games where different levels of 3D work better. And that's not just me saying that, the Nintendo representative on the floor told me as much.
Most of the games over there, the screen is almost static and that character's moving on the screen, so for those you can really plug the intensity. This game here, everyone seems to believe that experience-wise, because everything's moving on the screen, it's going faster, it's pretty bright, it's moving fast, lower intensity, of course it's all
Much like with 3D movies, games with a lot of things going on, flying at you all at once, are more liable to make you motion sick with their 3D. Pilotwings has a variety of activities, so you might want to go all over the scale depending on what you're actually doing. Either way, it's nice to have the option, and the 3D of the system is a lot less gimmicky when it's not forced on you. Also, as far as the hardware is concerned, the analog circle pad was certainly welcome. It just felt good and allowed for tight control in the games I played. It's a component that's usually overlooked on the system, but it's an important addition nonetheless. As for the games, well, I played, beside the augmented reality tech demo, which was actually kind of cool, Pilotwings and Ocarina of Time. Now, Pilotwings was every bit of the game I've been waiting for since the days of the Nintendo 64. It's just a lot of fun while being a great tech demo of sorts that you can see what the 3DS is capable of. And Ocarina of Time is just as good as it's always been. There are a few interesting tweaks, such as using the internal gyroscope to allow you to move the 3DS itself in order to aim with the slingshot or bow and arrow, for example. That, along with the inclusion of the Master Quest, and, of course, the 3D, makes it worth playing yet again, in my opinion. So, am I going to personally pick up a 3DS? I think I'm going to pass. But it's nuanced. I mean, I certainly want one. There are only a few things stopping me. First is the price. $250 is a lot for a portable system in my eyes, even for a game changer like the 3DS. But it's also that Nintendo's been in the habit of releasing vastly improved versions of portable hardware a year or two after the initial introduction. Like the Game Boy Advance SP or the DS Lite. I feel that any unknown quirks or other issues present in the 3DS now will be ironed out by Nintendo and released in a much better package, probably, Christmas time 2012 or so. So yeah, right in time for the apocalypse. But don't let me stop you early adopters. The 3DS is the real deal, and I encourage anyone on the fence to go to a local game store and check it out yourselves.